I would like to share with you, you know what, we're going to start with a quick story in the Navi. The Navi writes a story about a guy, Goy, by name was a man, had a leprosy, Tzarat. Now, Rabbi, Tzarat, besides being something static, not so nice, okay, was a lot of suffering into it. And besides the suffering, people, they didn't want to get close to this guy because, you know, it wasn't nice to get close to this type of people. So this guy Naaman became Tzarat, Rabotai. He had in his house, he had a maid, Jewish maid, little girl, young girl, that she was kidnapped from Jerusalem. She was working by the house of Naaman. And look what is the feeling of a Jew. Even if she's working by an enemy, when she saw that Naaman is sick, she went to her master, the wife of Naaman, and she told her, listen, Yesh Navi B'Yisrael. There is a prophet in Israel. Tell your husband to go to him, and he can heal him. To make the long story short, Rabotai, by sending letters and this and that, he decided to go. Now, when a general of a big nation is coming, how they come? You saw how Trump got to Israel? Remember that at that time? Yeah, Habibi, the whole state of Israel stopped working. That's it. That was the case. The general Naaman is coming. You have a whole bunch of people with flags and with trumpets and I don't know what, horses. And they got to the house of the Navi. Who was the Navi back then? Elisha Navi, the student of Eliyahu. Fine. They get to the place, they say the Navi, terrible. Elisha didn't even went out to accept the guy to receive him. He sent his Na'ar, his helper, and told him, listen, go outside, there's a goy outside, go to the goy, to go to the Yarden, the Jordan river, to dip there 7 times, and halas now, and go home. That's what he did. Now you can imagine the ga'ava of this guy Naaman, this Navi not even coming out, not even offer me to enter to his house, nothing. That's how. Did I need the Jordan River? You know how many rivers do we have in Arab? What are you talking about? He gets so upset saying the Navi that right away he did a U-turn and he was planning to do Bar Minan. In his way back, now to go from Israel to Syria, you gotta pass through next to the Jordan. That's how it is. They're getting to the Jordan, and his servants of Naaman are telling him, listen, Naaman, don't be tipesh. You're right next to it. Make jump, do 7 tefillot. Halas, maximum you're going to say that you were hot and you want a little bit to relax. Naaman said to himself, you know what? I have nothing to lose. Let's do it. And writes the Navi that Naaman went the 7 times, and the last Tevilah is going up. Vayashov Oro, his flesh came back like the flesh of a baby. That's how the Navi is writing now. You can imagine already Naaman going out, he cannot even believe it, he thinks that this is fake. And then he turns up to his guys, he says, right now we're going back to the Navi. But instead now of coming with the trumpets and all gava, he came out with the head down. And he came to the Navi, and he told the Navi, I want to give you money, and I want to give you this, and I want to give you that. And the Navi said, no, thank you. No need. Yeah, don't give me anything. And that's how the story ends. Rabotai, there is a very simple question. Why this guy Elisha, the Navi, have to make such a big trouble? Give him, go out, tell him Baruch haba, do yourself mekubal, touching your beer, looking up the sky and saying, listen, I think your tzarat is going to be, tell him, and that's it. Say Rav Lev Chasman, there is a huge message for all of us over here. You want to get beracha? You want to get abundance from Shamayim, everything is prepared for you. But if you're not a recipient, you cannot get it. If you're not ready to be a recipient, to receive all this beracha, even if the beracha is going to come down, it's going to just miss you. It's compared to a guy that is so thirsty and he comes to his friend, please give me water. And his friend says, okay, no problem, I have over here. Do you have a cup? No cup. But please, I'm thirsty. Okay, so open your mouth. Open the mouth, I'm going to, pour your water. And he's like, opening my mouth, I'm a respectful guy. Listen, doesn't work like that. What's going to happen to this guy? He's going to die. Pashut. If you're not a recipient, you cannot get the beracha. Say Elisha, berachot doesn't apply only by Goyim, Naaman, Tzaraat. No, Habibi. Berachot applies to each one of us. Because every single Rosh Hashanah, Rabotai, we're getting a huge amount of berachot waiting for us for the whole entire year. Well, we can just miss it if we're not a recipient. And we're going to talk how to be a recipient in a minute. I just want to tell you, Rabotai, beautiful story that I heard a few years ago, maybe. Rav Chaim Kanievsky, שנזכה לחיים טובים וארוכים, amen. His wife, עליה השלום, רבנית אלישבע, she passed away. I remember that day. She passed away all of a sudden. One day she wasn't feeling well. She went to her room. She took a Tehillim, and that's it. All right. Okay. So Rabotai, this lady, the Rabbanit Elisheva, one day, a family comes up to her and he tells her, listen, Rabbanit, please, you gotta save our daughter. Our daughter is going out with an Arab guy. Barminan, the concept of intermarriage is not applying only outside Israel, unfortunately also inside Israel. Also inside Israel. Hachachamim were saying in Shir HaShirim, Achot lanu ketana v'shadayim en la. Ma na'aseh la'achotenu bayom she'dubar ba. Queen Shlomo HaMelech is writing that the Malachim are saying this pasuk, the angels. And the angels are saying, Achot lanu, our sister. Who is our sister? Am Yisrael downstairs. Ketana, she's, Hazit, she's little. Im Chomai, if she's going to be straight like a wall, Nivneh aleh tirat kasef. We're going to build from this wall, tirat kasef, a palace. But if she is Vindelity, if she's the door, what's a door? The door is moving it's moving here, it's moving there, it's not stable, it's not fixed, it doesn't understand what is his goal. Vindelity nafsul aleh luach haris, luach haris is a terrible kilalak, terrible curse. But there is no Mashiach, chas v'shalom. We have to be strong. But this is just in parentheses. Anyways, so this family comes up to the Rabbanit and he tells her, listen Rabbanit, we beg you please, do something with our daughter. She used to be a religious family. She said, okay, bring her back, bring her up. The girl comes up to the Rabbanit and the Rabbanit starts to talk to her, trying to get to her heart, but the Rabotai, and a man in the bed, there's nothing to talk about it. She doesn't want to hear anyone. Story goes that the Rabbanit realized that. She told her, listen, you know what? You don't want to hear. It's hard for me to, but I cannot do anything. You are the one that are choosing to get married to the Arab. Just, I want to ask you one thing. Are you ready to give me a gift? She says, which gift am I going to give to the old lady? But okay, yes, Rabbanit, what do you want? She says, listen, give me a gift. Promise me, doesn't matter where are you, to say a Perek Tehillim every day. One Perek Tehillim, that's all. That's all. She says, one Perek, it's not a big issue, it takes less than a minute. No problem. She's about to leave, and the Rabbanit tells her, oh, well, where are you living? You say you're accepted? Yes. You promise me? Yes. Let's start it. Come sit down next to me, we're taking your Perek. Say, which Perek? Doesn't matter, just open the TV, whatever Perek comes up, She's taking out the book. She opens. And that's the Perek, Rabotai. Shofteni Elohim. God judge me. Veriva Rivi. And fight my war. Migoi lo hasid. Meish mirma ve'avla tefaleteni. Meaning, save me up and fight my fight. Riva Rivi. Migoi, from a goy that is not hasid, is not any tzaddik. Meish mirma ve'avla, from people that are, that they wanna do bad things to me. Tefaleteni, save me up. This girl reads the pasuk. She closes up the book. And she said, oh my gosh, this is not normal. So what happened? So my name in Hebrew it's Riva. Riva Rivi. And I'm reading the pasuk. And God is talking to me throughout the pasuk, telling me to save me from this goy. Rabbanit, I promise I'm not getting married to this guy. Baruch Hashem. The family came up to the Rabbanit. Rabbanit, Ruach HaKodesh, Baba. He says, listen, no Ruach HaKodesh. I just want to ask you a question. How come that when I spoke with her, she wasn't able to hear? Nada. She didn't want to hear anything. She just started to read that one pasuk of Tehillim. She didn't even finish it. And that's it. What happened? You know what's the answer she said? Before, she wasn't the recipient. At the moment that she accepted to read and to accept on herself, to read a Perek Tehillim every day, she opened up. And when there is a recipient, there is beracha. That's how it works. You know what's a recipient? A recipient, it's a Kabbalah, a small action that you're ready to take on yourself from now on. Something that you're ready to do for Borei Olam. It doesn't have to be major things, but one thing constantly. And that's our recipient. And once you have the recipient, all the rest it's done already. Just want to finish with the last story. Amazing, amazing story that I heard. Meir Birenboim. This guy was a soldier in the Second World War. And he was fighting against the Germans. And this guy, Meir Birenboim, was a guy, religious guy. He was in the army, religious guy. And he decided that he's always going to wear a kippah. Now in the army, it's not easy to wear a kippah all the time. He says, even though I don't have a kippah, but at least I have, the
helmet.
Helmet. No, not the helmet. They have a beret.
No, beret.
Beret. Whatever they put over here,
Yeah.
In Israel, you can see it a lot. Okay? So he's going to wear that all the time. If it is moments of war, he's wearing a helmet. If not, he's going to wear this hat. Whatever. This Meir Birenboim, when he was eating in the dining room, whatever, he was wearing it all the time. One time, friends of him told him, listen, mate, you know that there is a law in the United States that it's prohibited to a soldier to wear a hat if he have a roof on top of him. That's a law. You're going against the law. And he says, I'm sorry, I am Jewish, and I'm putting a hat, and whoever feels Jewish like me should do the same. Now in this group, it wasn't the only Jew. We're all the guys also. So how Meir Birenboim is strong in it, some guys also try to put it. One day, Rabotai, in the middle of eating, the general comes up. He sees Meir Birenboim and comes up to him and says, soldier, do you know that according to the American law, you're not allowed to have a hat inside a room? Says, I know. The guy heard, I know. Says, you know, and you're still putting it? Tomorrow, judgment. Meir was relaxed. Judgment, Habibi. Next morning, they take him to the judge, the
Tribunal.
court, the tribunal, whatever. And the judge says, "Okay, what do you have to say for your defense?" And the guy said, "Listen, when I first came to the army, I swear, like every single one of the soldiers, I swear. And the swear in America is, we swear that we will do whatever God is telling us, and whatever the state of, and whatever the United States is telling us to do as well. And God is telling me to have my head covered all the time, so I film whatever I promise." The judge said, "That's really the promise? Bring me out the book." They open it. He's right. He said, from that moment, the judge stood up and he says, "From now on, not only you, but any soldier, Jewish soldier that would like to cover his head, he have the permission to do so, and we will give you even extra time to pray, to do whatever you need." When you want to be a recipient, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is unhappy.